Right. I think we're rolling. Oh, I feel like we're so far apart.
No.
It's just that one time when we were like
No.
super close to each other. Now we're like,
I have to be cute to start.
well, it's already rolling. So
I have to be cute to
yeah,
start.
little side duck and slow poke. I was gonna make you slow poke, but I was like, you're not slow poke.
Aww.
I feel slow
If I
poke
put
today.
this guy. What if? Oh yeah.
There you go. Let me make the screen bigger. Hi, one-eyed. Hello, Bloop. We're gonna make the screen bigger. Wait, oops.
Wait, where are my eyes at? Oh, my eyes. They're
Can
way
you
in
see
there.
you?
That's so yeah. Okay.
Welcome, everybody, to DeluluCANEWS. I'm your host, Dare Taylor.
Whoop whoop. JPB in the house.
Yeah. What'd you do to side duck? What are you doing?
My mouth is the duck. My mouth is
Oh, I see.
a beak. So
You're
now
just
it's like
modifying him.
It's a modification.
Yes.
It's a modification. I guess I could do that. No, you don't see my face.
Honestly,
how about this?
just wear it back.
Just wear it back. Okay, cool.
You're fine. We also have like fun t-shirts on underneath.
Oh, not this.
Yeah, with the Christmas things. Yeah, you can wear whatever you want.
You know what? Yes.
I've got my like video games are calling shirt on. So
I have my
your
legs.
brand.
My brand. Legs, glutes, biceps, triceps, quads. JPB Fitness
Woo!
in the house.
I have that sticker.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank
From you.
Represent.
You gave it to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, welcome everybody to today's live show. I'm going to do what I always do, which is I promote, and it looks like I'm not actually promoting the show, but I am. So I'm going to work on that for the first couple minutes.
Work on the promotion.
Yeah, sorry we're a couple minutes late. Oopsie doopsie.
You were working on makeup.
I was doing my hair and
Not so
makeup.
much me.
Oh, you don't need it though. You don't need it though. Okay, I love this.
I was just trying. Oh, that's fun. It sounds like a cat's in the room, but
Little
a cat is
jingle bell.
not. How are we? How is everyone doing today? Good? Because it's a little funky here in LA.
It is.
It's a little funky with the weather, so we're feeling a little like. This morning I woke up, went to my first training session, and I put on Fabletics, not sponsored, not sponsored, but sponsor us, Fabletics, and I was feeling great. And then in the gym I was freezing, and I was like, these Fabletics, what the heck? Why are they not warm? But they're like the summer version of pants, so they're not thick enough. Like this is perfect.
Yeah.
But now, because living in LA, it's too hot to be wearing this. So
yeah, LA is in the bubble right now where you wake up and it's cold in the morning, then you hit mid-afternoon and it's warm, and then you hit like late afternoon into evening and it's freezing again. So bundle up, layer up.
I hated that growing up.
Really?
Yes. So I lived in Texas. It's a desert town. El Paso, Texas. And in the morning you would get like frost in your car or on the windshields because it was so cold. And you would have to warm up the car, let the frost like defrost, and then you would have like a bundle of big jackets. But then you get out at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and it's the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So warm. The sun is just beating down on you. You're sweating because you have like an extra jacket you're holding on to. You have pants and
yeah,
you know, it's just, it's funny. I was one of those kids pulling a rolly backpack.
Yeah, you had a rolly backpack.
I did, because I have scoliosis.
I didn't know that.
I did.
Wow.
And the doctors or people who checked me out, they said, you know what, a backpack with wheels would be the best way to help monitor your scoliosis so it doesn't get worse. So I was made fun of a lot for that.
Oh no!
People gave me flat tires. They kicked it.
Oh,
it's okay. I thought it was cool. I thought it was awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's the life of a teenager.
I feel like I had a wheelie backpack at one point, but it was like cool then because I lived in like a small town. So for me, the wheelie backpack was like, she cool.
Oh, that's neat.
So I'm sorry about that.
Well, now
I wouldn't have picked that.
What if I've seen it now at the airport where they have wheel luggage, but it wheels like it's remote control. Like if I had that, I think I'd be the talk of the town, the school,
talk of the airport.
Everyone would be so cool and be so nice, and they wouldn't make fun of me.
Oh,
it's okay. It's okay.
Speaking of being made fun of, I feel like I know what a pivot. Have you seen how everybody's going to the Wicked things? Yeah, like the premieres.
Oh, I have something to tell you.
What?
I got invited to the Wicked premiere.
Wait, like the actual
yes,
red
on
carpet
Thursday.
one?
Yes. But the reason why I'm acting like this is because I didn't go.
Okay, wait. So the one on Thursday, I think I got invited to not that one, but a different one.
Oh.
With I got invited very, very, very last minute. Last minute? I'm tripping right now.
Okay.
And
oh my God, mine was last minute too. What's up with these last minute invites?
I mean,
I love them, but
do you? I hate them. I want to know.
Really?
Yeah, I like to have a plan. I like to make sure I can go. But I got invited pretty last minute, but I was on set. Like I was at hair and makeup, and I told him, I was like, dude, if you would have invited me like 2 hours ago, I could have made it happen. Because I mean, not that I would call out on the set that I was a part of, but they made a joke that they didn't even really need me there that night. So
yeah,
what about you? I'm curious.
So I was at rehearsal, and one of my trainers works for the event company that put it together. Oh. And so I messaged him and I was like, hey, are we working out this week? And he's like, no, I got the Wicked premiere. I'm so stressed out. And I was like, all right, fine. But hey, if you get an extra ticket, let me know. And he was kind of silent, just ghosting me. So I was like, oh, okay, I was kidding, just kidding, but not really.
It's supposed to be funny.
And so he calls me at rehearsal at 1:30. And he's like, I'm at rehearsal, so I reject it.
You decline?
Well, I was like, you want to work out on a week? I forgot.
Okay.
It wasn't until I was reading the text that said, hey, if you could get here by 4:00, I have an extra ticket. You could be a date. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? And I have one of my best friend's birthday party Saturday as well. And so I was like, I have to be a good friend and show up to this party. Oh. And yeah, I'm going to miss the Wicked premiere.
Oh. I felt like such well, not a loser, but I wanted to go so bad, and I keep seeing all these influencers and content creators. I do feel like they're different, content creators versus influencers, which we can save that for another debate.
That is going to be a debate because I want to know what you think
there's a huge difference in my opinion. But I saw all these people making content on TikTok being like, I'm going, my manager called me, and they're crying. And I'm like, you all are the people. I'm such a hater. You all are the people that were saying in the early 2000s that if Wicked was your favorite musical, then you're boring.
Yeah.
And now y'all are I've seen so many people follow the same template where it's today I woke up and got on the phone with my manager and he said that I'm going to the Wicked premiere. And it's them on the phone, crying, being thank you so much. There's only one person who made that piece of content that I actually believe really cared about it. Okay. But everybody else, I was like, y'all are so phony. You don't even know.
At all. I don't know. I've been to a bunch of premieres before, and I would say a good 60% of them, they usually have 2 screening rooms. Oh. So you're so cool on the red carpet and you feel great. And then at last minute, they're like, all right, you're going to Studio B. And I'm like, oh, man.
And A is this, everyone in the cast.
Yeah, everyone's in the cast and the A. And
that's what happened to, I actually saw the premiere of Has Been Hotel. That show that I fucking love. Sorry to curse. But it's love. The show that I really like. And I went to the premiere because Chrissy knew somebody on the show and I had no idea what it was. Chrissy kind of knew before me, and they did the same thing where they split the people up, but we got in the room where the celebrities, all the voice actors were, and it was really cool. And they did a Q&A afterwards. And they started the other room a little bit later, so that way the actors, after they were done with the Q&A, would go pop in and catch the ending of the second one, and then they would just do a wave walk by, thank you for enjoying the show, and that was it. So I felt very special in that moment, and that's what started my addiction with the show. It
was cool. It was it was cool. I saw photos of it. It looked huge. It looked amazing. The Wicked premiere, and yeah.
I actually know a photographer that was there too, and I was like, why didn't you invite me? You invite me to everything. But it's okay. Honestly, I'm excited to go be surprised in theaters.
Me too.
I usually end up
crying?
Yes. But no, I usually feel during the holidays, I spend a lot of time alone because everybody goes back to celebrate with their families. And I actually have a job this December, so I can't go back this year, which is like unheard of for me because I always say I'm going to stay for work and then I don't get a work offer. But this year I was kind of like, maybe I want to go home. And then they were like, do you want to be in this film? We would love to have you. And I'm like, okay. Wow. So yeah, awesome. I probably will go see Wicked. Well, you said you wanted to go.
I know.
So we got to make some time to go. We do.
Oh, all right. That's a date. It's a date. And for all of you wondering, yes, we are dating.
Yeah. Also,
so what?
Did you hear about the what was it? The Barbie dolls. The
Mattel. Okay. If you don't know.
Yeah, you tell them because this was your story. I'm stealing all of your bullet points.
All right, I love it. So Mattel made a little error on their Barbie doll covers.
On the box,
on the box. So they were promoting the movie. They had everyone there. I mean, like the nice little like photos and everything. And at the bottom, they put a website, and it's www.wicked.com. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to say Wicked the movie because Wicked.com was already taken.
Yeah.
And who was it taken by? Something we can't say online.
Yeah.
But it's like only flapjacks, but not flapjacks.
Yeah. It's like, is it?
It's Wicked.
It's spicier.
It's
yeah.
Spicy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a site. I had no idea until everybody was blowing up the dolls. Which they'll fix it. They'll pull them.
Also not. This sounds like I'm constantly searching websites, but Wicked.com is not something that you would think would be a website. Like It doesn't like it's not like
it's very strange.
Twinks or hot girls.
Yeah,
like it's not a word like you wouldn't think of that. So I think maybe that company was so happy about it, and it's just like boom, like skyrocket their
I think
visibility.
Now that there's press on it, yes, but like who reads the back of a Barbie doll box?
See, that's another question I had because I never had Barbie doll boxes.
Okay. Like when I used to have because I used to collect all like the Christmas ones and the big beautiful dresses. Like that was kind of like precious moments where everybody collected these dolls, these figures. And I never read the back of the box. Like I didn't care about the back at all, only unless there was like a really pretty picture of Barbie on the back. And I was like, oh my God, Barbie's so great. But I don't think kids would have even noticed. No. I want to know who was the first person who spotted it.
Yes. And yeah.
Because
was it internal?
I imagine so.
Somebody
there saw it. Could be. Or I was thinking somebody at the manufacturer caught it after they'd put them all out. Mm-hmm. And they were like, hey, and then they were the ones who exposed it.
Or maybe there's a proofer. The proofreader, but proofer would have been like before.
Yeah.
Because if they're looking at the boxes already printed and they're like, let's just double check everything's fine. Like, hello. But yeah,
that's wild.
I don't know. It's just the only website I had the NSYNC dolls growing up.
Did you?
I did. All 5 of them. I still have them. I have them at home. My mom has them. But even that, I don't know if I ever thought about going to nsync.com or even if it was listed back then.
I can't think of a single website that I've gone to just out of sheer, let me look for this.
I remember 1, 2. JenniferLopez.com because she came out with that, the first song, If You Had My Love, but it took place on so you're looking, no, that's a different song.
Oh, darn it.
My love don't cost a thing, different song.
I'm such a fake baby. I'm a fake J-Lo fan.
If You Had My Love was her first release.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
Maybe I shouldn't be giving this news broadcast.
So she was, the music video starts with her online looking up JenniferLopez.com, and it's a webcam that's in her room.
Oh, geez.
And so it just kind of gives off that vibe of hey, this is a webcam series. Come watch it. And I was like, oh, Jennifer Lopez. I wonder if I could really watch her. But no, you get to listen to the music, the soundtrack.
So pure back then.
I was pure. I also found out Ricky Martin had a website.
Oh.
So I wasn't so pure.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I remember the only reason I knew that celebrities even had websites was because somebody bought JustinBieber.com and they were trying to it's not necessarily blackmail him, but they were trying to be look, I have your website, buy it off me. I'll give it to you for 10 million. They were essentially Not cool. That's not cool.
I mean, for 10 million.
That's terrible.
Would you sell your Dare.com?
Absolutely
DareTaylor.com for 10 million?
Okay, maybe. In this current climate, maybe.
You would change your name and be like, what's up? I'm cool with that.
Now my name is not. But I would have to pick a different name.
That'd be fun.
But no,
I mean, but yeah, I get
it. They purposely did it because they were trying to, what's the term for it? It's not blackmail. It's not like what they're
copyright?
I guess they're just trying to make money off him, benefit off him, like not grabbing the name quick enough. And they now made it illegal, which I actually have to look into this with a lawyer because somebody owns not DareTaylor.com. I think it's DareTaylor Official. And they have it linked up to their bikini contest.
Oh, cool.
So not cool. Not cool. They bought it so that way anytime somebody looks up my Instagram
Dang
handle,
it.
yeah, it's not good. So
you could sue them.
I could if that is still in place.
Hopefully.
But
you guys should open a little sub window and find out if DareTaylor Official is still running bikini ads.
Because it was a bikini competition I competed in, and then they just decided to buy my Instagram handle. Stupid.
Come on. Horrible.
Blair Witch Project had a website. That's terrifying.
That's right. That is
Cosmo.
right. Oh, you're good. You're looking at the...
Yeah, here. Do you want a phone so you can read the chat?
I love it.
Here?
I love it. I was wondering what you were... they want to know what you're drinking. I have great 20/20 vision, and I could see what is Dare drinking.
You can read that from here. Oh my... Yes. Maybe I need glasses.
Coach. It was Coach. I knew it was Coach. I had to double check.
I'm having the raspberry hot chocolate what's the acronym? LMNT?
LOL?
No, it's the salty drinks that the
electrolyte.
The salty electrolyte drink. Wow. And they make them in like Christmassy chocolate flavors. You want to try a little bit?
Sure.
It's chocolate raspberry. It's very shocking though because it's salty. But I like it.
No, it's good. It gives you electrolytes. You know, I just bought something similar to that.
What'd you get?
I bought protein hot chocolate on Amazon. Again, not sponsored. But protein hot chocolate, why not?
Yeah,
it was $16 for like 4 packets, but hey. Oh, that's something I want to talk about. You know, everyone's talking about like how prices are going crazy in the grocery store or really high. Maybe it's just me. And I don't know, maybe I'm going to blame Amazon for this.
Okay.
I don't look at prices when I shop. Like, I remember growing up, I used to be like, okay, here's Honey Nut O's and then Cheerios. Okay, well, this one's cheaper and it's $1.99 compared to $3.99 and it's a bigger box. Okay, take it.
Right.
But now, because even Trader Joe's doesn't have a lot of options.
Right.
They're just like Trader Joe's brand and that's it. I'm like, all right, $10 for granola is normal. Take it. Let's go.
Interesting.
And I even when I go online, Amazon, I'm like, all right, paper towels, blah, blah, blah. All right, whatever, take that one. Or Tide Wash, like detergent.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever, take it. Yeah, put it in the cart.
I feel like I still look at the prices, but it's usually not, like I usually end up buying the bigger, more expensive one because I don't like to go out and shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like I'll do Instacart, which is like not good. Like if I'm in a time crunch and I have to get ready and I have to be somewhere and I'm missing something, I will instantly Instacart, super easy. But I don't find myself really looking at the prices, like you said, too much. Like I'll acknowledge them and I'll be like, okay, this one's this much and this one's that much. But I usually need the bigger bulk anyway, so I end up buying the more expensive one. But
no, it's. I think it's usually when it's a big jump, like. Me and my husband went to go eat breakfast at this restaurant or a diner, and the restaurant was okay. I mean, it's breakfast. So I feel with breakfast, you can only make eggs and bacon so many different ways.
Right.
But then we got our check. And of course, it's like $5 a cup of coffee. And it came out to like $70.
Whoa, at a diner?
At a diner. And I was like, oh, Mel's Diner to be exact. Let's call him out. Mel's Diner. So I was just like, really? And of course, like part of me was just like, whatever. I guess this is you're going out for the week.
Oh my gosh.
No, but it was just like after that, that's when it stuck in my brain a little bit more. And I just thought, all right, well, now when I have a break and my husband's like, hey, where should we go eat? I'm like, not Mel's, but let's go find somewhere else.
Oh no!
But,
You're like, anywhere
that's
but Mel's.
the only thing that like it's stuck in my mind. But as far as like regular groceries, I look for the cheapest eggs. So I'm like non-organic. Who cares? But yeah, I don't look at prices.
I feel like
if anyone is curious, me and Dare are mad at each other. That's why we're looking away.
No, I'm just really comfortable like this. I could flip.
No, I like it. No, because then our feet are touching. I like it.
Here, I can go, and I'll be off the camera. Here, I'll sit this.
Come back.
Here, let me move.
You're too pretty. We're gonna lose viewers.
Oh no! Here, let me push the thing back.
No, it's good.
I was looking at it from that far too, wondering
if. No, I was just.
Now you can't read the screen anymore.
Oh, I still can.
Wait. Oh, cutting myself off more.
Not.
How's that look? Is that better?
Good. It's
good. Woo. Then I can sit and face.
I look like the yellow Teletubby.
And I'm the pink Teletubby.
Hey, my pocket was out. I thought it was another beak. I'm just kidding.
I just like to get really cozy on the lives because, like, if we're gonna talk about hot topics, I need to be comfortable.
All right, so there went our wicked little topic.
And our grocery store
topic.
Our
grocery store.
We're flying.
Woo! So what should we? What
else
we
did you
talk
crack
about next? Okay. Well, let's talk. Oh, a good one. Chaparral. Chaperone. Sorry.
Chaparral. Oh my gosh. It's okay.
Chaperone.
I got you.
Oh, thank you.
Chaperone. So yeah, let's talk about Chaperone. I have made it very apparent. I think anybody who watches my content knows that like I like her music, but I don't love her attitude. We talked about how like the comparison between her and Beyonce, how do we like the celebrity to be more vocal with the mental health, or do we prefer the celebrity to just like pop up, do their thing, and then be gone like Beyonce does?
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to see people agree with me now more than ever, which I'm kind of like, how did you not see this coming? But she, I guess, fired her management team. And I'm seeing a lot of people on TikTok make their own, like, oh, this is how it always happens with someone, you know, they work together with you and they help build you up and then you turn around and fire them. And so there was, what was it, Billboard? I think Billboard.
MTV. Wait.
Was it MTV?
The one this weekend?
Yeah, that announced
MTV.
that okay. So they announced that she had fired her management team, and I guess Chappell commented below being like, y'all are bad for this, or like, y'all are annoying for this.
Well, I don't know. I love how I shouldn't say I really wasn't a fan. I wasn't too familiar with her stuff. I didn't know her a couple of her songs, but it wasn't until the SNL skit where she actually was a host or the musical guest.
Yeah.
And I was like, way to go. She's extravagant. She's like, awesome, and this is kind of cool. But then I guess because I looked at that, the algorithms on my TikTok started showing me fans outside of SNL booing her, and I was like, why are they booing her?
I thought that was strange too.
And then more people started talking about like booing her, and I was just like, what's the deal with this? So I looked into it, and apparently she's just rude to her fans. Like, she doesn't do this autograph, she doesn't wave at them, she just goes straight to her car, and she's like, I don't have time for you. But which is, it's just weird. I mean, those, you kind of have to feed into it, you know, like they're the ones paying your mortgage, they're the ones paying your life, they're the ones who are following you. And I mean, fame is quick.
Yeah.
You piss people off.
So it was Billboard.
It was?
Yeah. Oh, Chaperone kicks off saying Billboard sucks for reporting she split from her management. What? So I imagine Billboard put it out first and then MTV did a story on it.
Or Billboard was the one who reported about it. I don't know. I thought the MTV Movie Awards were this last weekend, but maybe the Billboard is a different story. I know she got booed there too. Yeah. She got booed outside.
Yeah, because everywhere else is 2 days ago and Billboard is 3 days ago.
On a positive note, Taylor Swift, since she's going to like the NFL games and she's, of course, a super awesome rock star. I'm going to give her a rock star.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about
pop star. Pop star.
Yeah, there you go.
But she was caught correcting her security guards because the security guards were yelling at photographers saying, stand up. Hey, back up. Make sure everyone is back. And she's like, back up, please. Stand up, please. And she's just smiling and walking right by them. And I was like, way to go. And it talks about how Taylor Swift was teaching her security manners.
Right.
And it is true. Like,
so in my opinion, because like
I love this.
A hot take. In my opinion, I give her a lot of credit for doing that, yes. But I feel like it's a bit of a publicity stunt because that's what your security and your publicists are there for. Your security or publicist, no matter what event you're at, their role is to be bad cop. They're supposed to be like, why is Dare Taylor not at the front of this line? Why is she not up there? Like she's got places to go. You wanted her to come to this event. She's here. Get her on your red carpet now. Like that's their job. And then you just stand there and you're like, no, it doesn't have to be right now. Calm down. It's totally a play on perception.
I see it.
So
I mean, unless she has a sense of humor like me, I would laugh at the situation and be like, well, stand back, please. I would roll my eyes and be like, just thank you, please.
And like, that's the perfect juxtaposition against Chapel Roan, if you think about it, where Chapel won't even make eye contact with you as she leaves and like won't sign autographs, won't do any of that.
She calls off the photographer. She calls him out.
Yeah, that too, where she's like,
don't mess with me.
At every event, she's cussing at somebody or asking for an apology. And don't get me wrong, I think her music is great. I'm not the biggest fan of Taylor Swift's music, to be honest. Like I'm not a Swiftie. But I do think
but we want to be. So if there's Swifties out there, we want to be.
Yeah. Like there's no hate. Like we're not.
So just tell us if we should start with the 1989 remixed or redone version or the original.
I really liked her Reputation era. That was the one that like slapped the hardest with me. But everything else I feel like is not my vibe of music. And that's okay. But I do think that like when you are on that level of fame, there does need to be some sort of PR training. It sounds like manufactured and fake, but like that's how you get these celebrities that pop off. Like I don't know, I think Blake Lively's a perfect example. Everyone loved her and Ryan Reynolds for years. Years everybody loved them. And then all of a sudden you make one little mistake, one little trip, and now people are saying that she's like self-centered, only cares about her hair care brand. Like you have to be very meticulous with that many eyes on you.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that you can't cater to everyone.
It's true.
The minute you start catering to everyone, you cater to no one. So it's better to just like pick a side, either you cater to the fans or you don't. And all Chapel Roan has done is not cater to the fans.
Yeah, she's done a lot of no's. It was weird because J-Lo's another one. J-Lo, when she's not J-Lo, when she's like, I'm a mom right now, or I'm at the store with my friends, she hates photographers. And so she like calls them all out and she's just like, get it back. I'm not coming out of my car. She closes her car. But then for the Wicked premiere, she was wanting her photograph taken by everyone.
She was at the Wicked premiere?
She was at the Wicked premiere, this woman.
Why?
Because she's cool. She's cool like that.
Okay. She doesn't... That's a wasted ticket. They should have invited somebody.
You know what? She's getting her freeness before she gets in trouble with P. Diddy.
Oh! Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
She was with him.
She knows some stuff that we don't know.
Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. We get shut down because somebody sues us.
Don't you talk about J-Lo that way.
Regardless of like, if you do fire your team or like, we don't know why Chapel let go of her team. We'll never know because we're never going to get the full real story. But I think someone needs to teach her to like not be so online. Like kind of like how Doja Cat is right now. Doja used to be like everywhere online and now you can't find her anywhere.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. I think for her mental health, that's probably for the better.
Yeah.
I do think the Taylor Swift being, telling the security guard to, like, okay, let's say please.
Thank you.
I do think that it was a good move. I do think that like, okay, yeah, great. Makes you look good. I wish she would keep that in mind more.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to set us up this way that you are now like kind and caring or whatever the case is, then be consistent with it.
I was seeing the same thing with Ben Affleck and Jennifer. Who is it? Jennifer Gardner.
Oh.
Yeah. So Ben Affleck was.
He was with J-Lo.
Yeah, but he was dealing with some like drug rehab or some intoxication.
Oh.
With like some recently with some going down through a dark place.
Oh,
and
no.
So she brought him back. Like he was in the car with her. And before he got out, like she went to the photographers and she was just like, you guys, this is a really sensitive subject. Can we not be taking photos, please. Can we just give them the privacy? And it was so sweet the way she addressed it to like calm everyone down. And you see, like, from what I've noticed is online, the only photos that came out were actually of him in the car. It was nothing of getting out of the car, like up until the moment where she just said, look, can you just give us some privacy? We're dealing with some stuff. And
wow,
it was respected. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that, but that's wow.
I'm trying to remember.
There's some humanity out there. Oh, that's great. Wow.
So yeah. I'm trying to hopefully. Anyways, all right, let's go into our next topic.
Yeah, what is the next topic?
I mean, we're all sad and talking about like how be polite to celebrities. Our next topic is overworking versus enjoying. But that's like coming back to you and me, how we're both so busy.
Yeah.
That we said no to the Wicked premiere.
Okay, well, no, that's not quite right for me.
No, are you sure?
Yeah, I was on set for a movie. I couldn't bail on the movie.
Well,
I think that's more like,
I don't know.
That's like I don't think that's like overworked versus enjoyment, because if they would have asked me sooner to go, I would have been able to go, because then I would have told the film, hey, I actually have a really important red carpet that I would like to go to. Could we try a different day?
How soon is too soon?
I mean, I literally got invited 2 hours beforehand. Did you say the same thing for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, it's like that's too last minute. But
I kind of want to be the last minute person too, because I hate it when someone's like, hey, I had an extra ticket to this person and no, I had no one to go with. I'm like, what? Invite me. No.
Yeah.
And usually I like to say no. Maybe that's why.
Oh no.
No, I usually go. I am always up for like a fun activity.
I usually don't go to a lot of the premieres because I don't get invited. So.
Oh, you guys invite Dare to a premiere. Come on. PR team.
Check my emails more. I bet they're all just sitting in my inbox and I'm missing.
In the junk.
But in the junk, no. But I do think on the topic that you brought up, the work versus play topic, like scale, I think it's so important, especially now, to find that balance, especially as we're approaching the holidays. Like I feel like usually this is the time of year where everybody like sticks to their guns and like tries to work as much as they can so they can buy the best gifts for all of their friends and have the best Christmas ever. And I feel like, or whatever holiday you celebrate.
This is good. This is a good segue. Keep talking.
Okay, great. But I feel like right now in this economy, I think the most important thing is just making time for your friends and asking if they are okay.
Yeah.
Or how are they doing, or what are their projects doing, like, because in my opinion, you can't buy a lot of people who are career-driven careers, but what you can do is you can share their posts and you can pass along their podcast or their music or their personal fitness training. You know, you can pass along their business to somebody who could afford to go or could partake in their
exactly from that. You know, it's so true. It wasn't until so my husband is Italian from Rome, so now I go to Rome for Christmas. But I know it's pretty cool.
Wow.
But so my first Christmas in Rome, I was making a joke to my husband, and I was just like, hey, so I get a lot of presents from my family back home, but I don't think I'm going to get a lot of presents this year. And he's like, no, it'll be fine. You get presents. And I'm like, well, I just want to know like what to expect.
Oh no.
So the first year I go there and I'm just like, no gifts. You're going to get no gifts. Like prepare for it. You're fine. And it's so awesome the way the Italian, I will say everyone else but America views Christmas, because America is very much like, I got you 20 gifts. I got you this, that's so expensive. And it was so cool. Like Leo's sister gave him, adopted a elephant from Africa. And I would have been like, what's this paper for?
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. I love animals. But it's like something super cool and meaningful that you're like, thanks. And then I started looking at the gifts that everyone else got, and of course, we always frown when it's like a scarf or it's like
socks.
Mittens.
Yeah.
But I got this awesome scarf, and I was prepared to like just make a cool. Oh, I love it so much! But it was like really cool cashmere scarf.
Oh, okay.
It had like a little hole in the little tab that you can like stick through, and it just like cuddles your neck.
Oh,
reversible.
I love that.
And I was like, this is I'm not joking. It's really cool. I love it. And it was neat. I got like my first Lacoste zipper sweater, and I was like, ooh, this is expensive.
Yeah.
And it was awesome because it's usually like one gift, but it's something meaningful instead of like how we like to do it here.
Over consumerism, where you're just grabbing whatever you can and giving
exactly.
it to
My mom actually had a fight, not a fight, kind of a fight with my brother's ex-girlfriend's mom because she would like to purchase all these things for my brother. So he was in love with Abercrombie and Fitch. That was like 20 plus years ago, 30 years ago, whatever. And so she, of course, they were like $100 jeans. And she would show up, like, even leading up until Christmas, there would be like 10 boxes in the doorway. And like, oh, that's all from Mrs. I won't say it, but that's from Mrs. And then my mom was like, how do I compete with that? You know, like, what? I'm not going to wait on clothes. Yeah. So my mom was brilliant in the way that she just like stayed back, let him open it, be excited with everything, and then she would do something very sentimental or very like sweet with her gifts as well. Yeah. And so she ended up winning the contest because it was like, hey, sure, waste all your money and make it all about that, but money goes and flies really quick. Yeah. And I feel like now more than ever, like everybody I know has like a small business or there's so many ways to like help support your friends now than ever, because I feel like so many people are on social media and are doing their passion projects, and that's something you can't buy. So I feel like you had just said, you could either get your friend like a bunch of really maybe gifts that they didn't really want or that they weren't really like expecting to get, or you could do one really great gesture of sharing their something that they create every day with someone else. Me and my best friend have a way, we don't do gifts anymore. What we do is like an event out. So it's like, hey, let's go to a dinner and let's go to a movie. And it's all on me. This is my gift to you. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Or we'll go see a Broadway show with dinner before. And like, oh, this is my gift. And I'm like, that's sweet. You know, it's something memorable. And it's not something that like you'll wear for a couple of days and then never see again. Right. That's why I put the rule this year for Christmas, like no clothes. Like I have so many clothes, and like there's so many of my fans that like love to shower me with gifts throughout the year, which I'm so lucky for. But it's starting to become like, I just feel, it's not that I'm not grateful, but it's starting to get to a point where it's like, I just don't need 85 more blouses, tiny t-shirts that I can't wear out in public, and somebody else could it's really, something you can't wear. Well, because they like inappropriate. Yeah. Like I just get so much really great stuff. Is that a gift for them or for you? It's for them. Let's be real. Hey, I bought you these tassels. Yeah, I bought you these pasties. You should wear them and maybe take a picture and send it back. I mean, that's usually what I do. I try to because at some point my PO box was so full that they'd bring out like a shopping cart with all the stuff and be like, okay, which car is yours? Or like, here, take the cart to your car. And it became so like, I don't know. It felt like really greedy and really like, oh, look at all this stuff like people buy for me. And I used to like really make a lot of content. Where I would like unbox it and show, like, look at all this great stuff I got. Yeah. But then it just hangs in my closet for a year and I never wear it. So it's like, I'm now really like starting to like cut down on that, or just like put things on the wish list that like, yes, it might be a little bit more expensive, but will help me with like crafting or help me with like other projects. So I'm curious, as a female, are you as excited for socks and underwear as males are for Christmas? Oh, well, how excited are men? Men get crazy. Like they like it? Yes, it's they're it's usually like the stocking stuffer and they're like, Oh, please. There was a trend last Christmas and the Christmas before on TikTok and Instagram. They're like, excited that Christmas is only 1 month away. I guess I could hold on for another month, and it's 100 holes in your underwear.
Oh my God!
Holes in the sock, and it's hilarious. It's just like Christmas 1 month away.
I did not know this.
Guys love it. So I'm curious if it's something just like for guys or if female, like weigh in. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
Gosh, I mean, I actually do need new underwear, but the underwear that I like is MeUndies. I'm not sponsored by them, but like that micromodal fabric is so nice. And I have DM'd them. I have said, hey, like,
come on, let me do it.
Sponsor,
please?
but they're very picky with who they let, which I totally understand. I get it.
I don't.
You don't fight them for me.
I will.
But yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I get that excited about underwear. Socks are a different story.
Okay.
I do like, I'm not wearing any fun socks today, but like I do like fun socks to wear. I get excited about those.
I get upset with them because they're fun, but they're not really cushiony, supportive, or sweat-proof. Like it's usually like cheap material.
Yeah.
So I love them,
but
like then you put them on and you're just nasty and sweaty the whole time.
It's that nylon polyester.
Yeah, that fake stuff. I'm like, ugh.
Let's see what the chat says.
Oh, give it the chat.
Are you all about the socks?
All right.
I prefer Blu-rays and video games for Christmas over underwear. What's wrong with you? Just kidding.
Blu-rays. Hey, that's good.
They don't
Blu-rays
buy for themselves all year long. That's a That's what I was thinking.
What?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm so glad she typed that in the chat. That like men are excited for the new underwear and socks because they don't buy any new underwear or socks all year. They save that money and then buy video games.
Come on, man. They're like, it still works.
That's really fun. That was exactly what I was thinking.
Oh my gosh.
Cosmo loves socks and underwear. So, like, yeah, all the dudes love it.
All right.
Coach says I could use some new PSD or MeUndies. What does Jimmy say? I'm in the minority. I just go get what I need. Oh, Jimmy.
No, I'm there too.
Okay,
I hate, it's funny because my mom every year, my whole family, they're just like, hey, send us a list. And I'm like, oh, I don't have a list because if I need something, I get it.
See, I started encouraging a lot of my friends that I get Christmas gifts for. I don't go like crazy for everybody, but I have them make an Amazon wish list. And then, because when you buy something for them off the list, it takes it off their wish list so no one else can buy it for them. Or there's an option where you click that like, oh, I'm buying this for them. And then you buy it for them, but it's not like hyperlinked.
Yeah.
So I actually have been really doing that for a lot of my friends because otherwise I'm just going to buy them things that they don't really have the space for, that they don't really want anyways.
Yeah.
And especially a lot of my friends run their own businesses where they're either like a photographer or an artist or they 3D print. And it's like me getting them something that will help keep them afloat on their business to me is more important than buying them something that they didn't really ask for.
Got it.
So make a wish list.
Make a wish list and I'll post it and we'll see what we get. What? This is the second week that we've talked about Amazon wish list. Our gift list.
Yeah.
Wish list?
Yeah, wish list.
I'm going to get on it.
You should.
Speaking of the holidays coming up, let's talk a little bit, first of all.
You are carrying this episode and I love it. I really needed this today. Thank you. I think you can tell.
I need this to say. Today for the Delulu Canoe, I am the chief, the captain.
You're in the back. You're steering today.
We're going. So with the holidays coming up, how do we feel? The chief. I don't know. There's a captain.
Yeah, I was like, I think chief is inappropriate, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. I didn't say it.
You know,
I'm the white one here.
English is hard. My first language is English. But it's still hard. So yeah, where was I going? Oh, holidays. Getting together with the holidays and also, I mean, dealing with post-election.
Oh, I was like, where are we going?
dealing with post-election.
Yes.
Dealing with
or celebrations.
Well, you know what? And it's kind of weird. I feel like there was a story that brought up on TikTok about society pressuring you to be in a relationship.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So I'm really curious because it is something that like it happens so frequently, but you don't think about it. But I love that the woke generation is here And they really are the ones that confront it when they're like, so do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? No. Why? I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine by myself. I have this and that. I have my own apartment. I have my job working great. Like, it's like, okay, sorry. I just wanted to check
just touch your base, yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it's kind of their way. I wish I was single because I got a lot more questions. I shouldn't say
you like the attention.
I like the attention when they're like, hey, so are you seeing anyone or
like
what's happening? And now it's just like, so how's married life? And I'm like, ask me more. Ask me more. So I like, what are you supposed to say? It's horrible.
I feel
it's great. It's horrible.
My opinion, because like I don't go home and see my family anymore. But anytime I do run into people that I see in the creative industry, that's like one of the first things I ask them is like, how is your project doing that we talked about a year ago? You know, because at that point they've had to have made some progress on it. Like, unless like the only things that I specifically don't ask people about is like, I really try to avoid if they're grieving. I try to avoid talking about like why they're grieving, obviously. But I don't usually go to
family functions.
Well, yeah, because like my family doesn't like we all don't have Christmas and stuff together. So yeah, because my parents have been separated since I was 3. So it's like we don't have like one big happy family Christmas. And even with the 2 separate families, they don't really have like a big Christmas with family members from outside of the state.
Well, I feel like it's friends too, because if you're in a friend group and you're the single one, and everyone in the group is like, oh, we need to hook Dara up. We should. Are you tired of being hooked up? Are you tired of being going on dates?
Gosh, I feel like no one. Yes.
Here's another first date. Yes. Great. Thank you.
Yay. No, I feel like weirdly my friends don't know my type at all, and I don't feel like a lot of my close friends like know what I look for in a partner. Because I haven't really had like a very similar look across the board or like a type. It's weirdly, it's the person, the personality that like really gets me. And that's so hard to like take 2 personalities and set them up. And I think a lot of my friends know that playing matchmaker is dangerous in LA because there's been a couple guys that I was interested in. And then I found out that I don't want to name names, but they dated one of my really close friends. And I'm like, oh, that's then like a no-go for me.
Oh, yeah, the inner circle? No.
Yeah, no. Even though that friend was like, oh, yeah, he's super great and blah, blah. I was like, then I'm sorry. And I even like very politely told 2 people that were interested in me, like, hey, why didn't you mention that you hooked up with one of my good friends? Wow. And they were like, oh, well, that's not something you like have a conversation about. I'm like, well, kinda. You mentioned that you know them. And you mentioned that like you had a situationship or whatever would be cool. But then I just flat out told them like, yeah, that's a no-go zone for me.
It's tricky. I know a friend who actually is married to a woman who dated his cousin. And I was like, if that's no. That's your cousin. Like your cousin knows what you know behind closed doors.
I don't,
or witnessed it first. Like there's too many fish in the ocean to go after the same fish.
Yeah, I don't know why like I'm seeing Reddit stories on that a lot too, where it's like, am I the a-hole for dating my best friend's cousin's, uncle or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's like, but then they dated somebody else in the family. Just keep it out of the family.
Even when it comes into like my boyfriend or girlfriend started dating my mom or dad. I'm like, what? Like that's too close. No, come on. Like shame on your mom or dad too.
Yeah.
Come on.
But do you? Because like the reason you brought this up.
Mom.
No, she don't. Don't do it. She's toxic. Don't. Just kidding. But you had brought up that there was a TikTok where this guy was saying that in the economy today of like dating and social media, the first thing they get asked all the time is about like how the dating pool is or like why they haven't found anybody. And I I guess I just haven't been in that position. So I didn't understand why this creator was frustrated. To me, when we even talked about it today at the gym, I was like, I want to know why they were so frustrated in that moment. Like the context was completely cut out. And that's, I guess, my overall general message for podcasts or anytime you see a snippet of content online is we don't really ever know what the full context is unless you seek out the podcast episode or the radio, whatever it is. And it's, it's dangerous to assume like we know or to even like, try to be like, oh, well, I get why they feel that way if we don't have the whole.
But like, what are you going to do with the information? Like, you ask them, are you dating? No, leave me alone. You're like, well, what were you going to do? You're going to go try to find someone? Or like, there's so many other conversations that you could have with that person that don't involve either their mental health or who they're dating or their personal lives. Yeah. Unless they're the one saying, hey, so I went on a date last week.
Yes. If they open the door.
And let me tell you, it's not that good.
Oh, no.
Something happened. It wasn't great.
Yeah. And I don't really feel like the economy in the world is telling me to like settle down and like marry. Like I don't feel that way in my creative space because I feel like I've weirdly really surrounded myself with a lot of like awesomely creative people. And I've like been on social media for so long that my algorithm doesn't send me content like that.
Good.
So I weirdly am like, no, I feel like if anyone's feeling bad about it, it's usually me. Cause on Christmas, I'm like, well, I got no one to celebrate with. Guess I'll live stream. You know what I mean? So it's not anyone else's problem. It's usually me being like, this is what happens when you say yes to work 365 days a year. Wow. But I'm not mad about it,
That goes back to working or enjoying. Overworking or enjoying.
It does.
Like,
but I do enjoy my work.
I know. It's tough.
I think I've really started seeing, though, that a lot of my job, it happens the way that it does because I'm so strongly addicted to it. And that took me a long time to realize that, like, oh, I'm addicted to social media.
Yeah.
And it's not just like consuming social media. It's like I'm addicted to posting. Oh. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Well, everybody has an addiction.
Well, yeah, you have like so many platforms. You got to be addicted to it.
Yeah, it's a little scary. But the weird thing about me, and not to tangent about me for a second, but I posted a piece of content the other day. Weird things. I posted a piece of content where it was me at Dragon Con, and I was joking around. It's that trend where it's like you go on your 400th date with a guy in LA. It's the girl being like, so what's your favorite thing to do? And then the guy answers being like, I don't know. I like going to Erewhon and then going to the gym with my bros. And then she says it with him at the same time. And it's supposed to be a play on like, she's been on so many dates that like the guys are now predictable. Oh. So I did that trend, but as a woman in the cosplay community. So I was like, what's your favorite cosplay? Deadpool, because you like being a dick. Yeah. Oh. And I was so scared to post this piece of content. I've been hanging on to it from Dragon Con, which was August. Oh. And I've been waiting to post it because I don't want to ever offend anyone. And I finally was like, okay, I'm going to post it. And I turned off social media for that platform for that day. And I go to look at it today. It's at 300,000 views.
Amazing.
And primarily they're positive.
Okay.
I was shook. I'm still shocked by it. And I even wrote in the comment section, like, this comment section wins. Where have you all been? Thank you.
That's
appreciate you all.
So cool. It's just
I mean, scary.
It's also tricky because I thought about doing a funny scenario on at the gym of preparing to become ghetto in the hood if you need to, like just like dealing with like stupid stuff of like running when someone is chasing you.
Yes.
But it was one of my clients who I shared it out and I thought it was funny. Yeah. And one of my clients just brought up the awareness of like, hey, some people have gone through some trauma like this and it's off your brand. It's not really representing you in the best way. And it doesn't really represent the scenario. So although I thought it'd be funny and I thought that like people would, maybe that might be great because it'll get more hits or more people like, hey, I hate it. Oh, I hate this. Yeah, that's wrong. Oh, good job. But like, it's funny. Like, I was just like, oh, you're right. I guess. I think if it wasn't someone who I respected or someone close to me, I would have been like, okay, whatever. But after hearing that, I was like, you know what? I could be funny another way.
I think I missed the main concept of so it's you were pretending to be like Michael, right? Michael Myers.
No, I was pretending to be personal training to get ready to be in the hood or in the hood personal training.
Oh,
and
okay.
So our ghetto training or something like
Got
that.
it,
and it was
got
stuff
it.
like dragging a kettlebell across on the floor and then hitting it, dragging it and then hitting it. And it's called the head smack. And I'm like, okay, that's not cool.
Okay.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Or walking by and then
confused.
having someone throw like blocks at you.
Yeah.
And then it just be like dodging bullets. And I was like, okay, that's a little much. Like it was.
It is funny though. I think if your account was all parody, see, that's where the divide happens.
Yeah.
Because I know a person who makes controversial content all the time, and I actually met him on set for this thing that I can't talk about yet, but you all will find out what it is very, very soon. And he's like relatively well known, very well known, but he makes very controversial, edgy content. But because his whole brand is controversial, edgy content that's parody, he gets away with it and gets tons of views, which I think is okay. But when you go to make content like that, I think you would need a separate page for just parody, which is what I'm going to eventually be doing with my sketch comedy. So then that way I can have, like, when you see this on your feed and it's under this, whatever I decide to call it, sketch comedy Dare Taylor, that way you know, like, not to take it seriously.
Okay.
Like it's a joke. Because I definitely want to do, like, do you know Nara Smith?
No.
Okay. I could tell you about this later. But I want to do like imitations of like her content because it's really funny. Just because she's so serious about everything she does, but like people are poking fun at her. Or like, have you seen the ones where it's the Hear Me Out cake? Where
I think we have our topics for next week.
Yeah, I'll teach you some trends.
Please do.
Yeah,
wow.
Like where you
Hear me out.
Yeah, it's a cake, and then you put like a photo of somebody you're like attracted to from a TV show or like an animated series, and you put it in the cake, and you're like, "Hear me out, Chewbacca from Star Wars." And like it's supposed to be a joke, like why are you attracted to that? Like you would date them, or you would like smash.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like really funny.
Wow.
So, but like I want to do a parody one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll have to. We'll make one. We'll do one.
Yeah,
show me it, and then we'll do it.
What other topics did you have?
I have one more topic, and I'm trying to figure out how to weigh into it. But I guess I'll just go ahead and talk about like post-election vibes.
Oh yeah.
Post-election vibes. I feel like a lot of us are either just indifferent, a little letting the dust settle with whoever you voted for, whether you're like super proud for it or on the opposite side where you're not really excited about what's to come. But the girl from Pussycat Dolls, Nicole, she was like the lead. Scherzinger, yeah. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying it right. She commented on Russell Crowe's Instagram, and it's Russell Crowe holding a red hat that says "Make Jesus First Again," which is a play on the MAGA hat, "Make America Great Again." Yeah. And so Russell Crowe was 100% for the Republican side, and Nicole decided to comment on it and say, "Where do I get myself one of those hats?" Right. And so I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Well, now she's getting a bunch of backlash because a lot of people are just shook by the results and trying to understand, like, why would you even like give attention to this? Why are you commenting on this? And what are you trying to say? And she is in a musical right now on Broadway, Sunset Boulevard. And she's up for a Tony nomination, which is amazing. And now everyone's talking about, like, did she just lose her Tony nomination for commenting on this? And she actually put a comment online just saying, "You guys, I wanted you to know I wasn't promoting or supporting any kind of side. What I was trying to say is that I was brought up religious, and I always believe in God, and Jesus is the first, and blah, blah, blah." And she made it more religious thing. Okay. But now, because the Instagram does their thing, or the internet does their thing, they started finding little comment or little other posts that she liked.
Oh,
and so it's
no,
like, oh,
girl.
okay. So then, like
So the Jesus thing wasn't real then, girl.
So I
Which
mean,
is
we're just
fine.
trying to. I mean, it's tricky because it is. It's very. I mean, it's very much an unsettling and a crazy shift right now. Just to as any election is.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just trying to figure out, like, you know what? There's goodness in people as well. Find the goodness in, like, don't take away from her acting. Don't take away from her performance because just of a political belief or if she's religious.
Yeah. That's like you said, like the hard part about all this is like there's a lot of talk right now about how certain people are unfollowing their friends and telling them like we can't be friends anymore because of how they voted. Or if they didn't vote, which like that one I kind of understand because it's like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you vote? Like, hello, but that's
we did a whole segment about voting.
Yeah, what the hell, everybody? No,
why did you guys vote?
It's so hard because like I don't ever feel like we should punish people for their beliefs and what they believe in. In my opinion, because that's what free will is.
Yeah,
and like. That is what we have here in America is like we get the choice to have freedom of speech and to think the thoughts that we want to think and not be punished for them. But I don't.
But then at the same time, it's like, hey, do you want to know what your friend or your family member is like behind closed doors?
Yeah.
Or are they vocal about it? And now it's like, whoa, like it's a hit or miss.
I don't know if I don't think her Tony should be up for. Like, I think she should still be nominated.
I think
because
so too.
At some point we have to separate the art from the artist, so to speak. Like, I think Ariana Grande is a perfect example, not bringing it back to Wicked, but bringing it back to Wicked.
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle, everybody. Where she went through this complete transformation to get cast as Glinda. And now that she's Glinda, they're basically like all the controversial things she's done in the past, people are sort of like giving her a pass on now. And people are going to go see the movie regardless of her past, which I do think is good because she's not hurting anybody publicly. But my point is that like, at some point we have to separate the art from the artist because you can't guarantee that somebody who's very artistic is always going to make the right choices.
Exactly. I don't know. It's a tough subject. It's sensitive. I think it's a sensitive time. But I think would she have got as much backlash if she would just be like, love me some Jesus, or I need this hat, and then she quoted like a Bible verse, or she put a Bible verse and chapter on there.
Yeah, I feel like if she did that, that would have eliminated the problem.
But that's also looking too much into it. You could just be like, I like the hat. No.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, I don't. That's a tough one. Because like.
Well, I don't want to end on that vibe.
Let's
not end on that vibe. Let's turn around. Yes, let's talk about.
Wait, what does the chat say?
I don't know. Let's see what the chat says. Okay, good. Because I have one more. How much time do we have?
There's 14 million less people that voted this year. I did see that too.
I know, 14 million.
We're back in Wicked. Yes. One says, yes, the whole BS of ending friendships over a vote is so dumb. We can agree to disagree.
No, time out. I want to say something real quick. I just saw there's a trend going on. There's a trend going on Facebook. And it's like, who did you vote for? It's a first date. She's like, and the girl is going, hey, who did you vote for? And the guy is like, what are you talking about? Well, I'm curious before we go on this date, like, who did you vote for? And then the guy's like, don't worry about it. Why are you asking? And she's seriously like confronted. I want to know who you voted for.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, bro, chill. And he's like, bro, I want to know who you voted for. Like, I think that's kind of.
Ooh, I don't know.
I
don't know.
I mean, I think the word bro and the reaction kind of says everything you need to know.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, that's kind of like knowing everything you want to know. Also, I mean, what are all your questions? This should be another segment. What are all the questions you ask on a first date?
Ooh, I actually had to do that recently for something that I wrote.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on our notes for next time.
For next time.
All the
gosh, I don't know. Oh God. Should I start asking people that before you go on a date with them?
Before you get in the car.
Because there's a whole movement right now where women are shaving their head to be unattractive to men. There's a bunch of women going and getting birth control and their new IUDs put in. There's a bunch of them that are swearing, like, what is it? There's a term for not being sexually active anymore.
Withholding sex.
Yes, yeah. But there's, what's it called?
Abstinent.
Yeah, that is another one. But there's like an actual, like, I'm practicing.
Oh.
Help me out.
Re-virginizing myself.
Re-virgin marrying myself. Anyways, you get the point.
My life.
There's a whole movement right now where women are, being very vocal about not being happy with what is being
coming.
The hard part is that like we don't know, like, misinformation.
That's true.
There's a lot happening right now. But with what has been spread online, which we do not know 100% either way, is that like there is going to be potentially a movement where, I don't want to say the A word, but the A word is becoming illegal in certain states. To not like all aboard, but not all aboard, but with a T at the end.
Oh,
yeah. That's what this is all. The whole movement's about. Because you won't have the right to do that.
You can't say it on YouTube?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's a very,
Well, then we better abort the conversation.
There you go.
We better abort that conversation.
Let's get back to your positive
one. My positive one is about
the before movement. Thank you all. Thank you.
The before movement. I love that all these celebrities are going through the Wegovy changes, the semaglutide changes, and the Ozempic changes.
Oh yes.
First of all, let's just say we have 2 cameras right here.
Is it throwing you off? I'm sorry. They have the lights on.
I know, but I'm looking at Canon the entire time, and I'm trying to give eye contact. All right, here we go. You guys.
One day we'll get the setup so that it won't be the wide. But this is the first time they get to see the wide shot because we don't ever do the wide on DeluluCanoe.
That is awesome.
I know.
Ozempic.
Yes,
Ozempic. So being able to I don't know why they're shaming it. I don't get it.
Why people are shaming Ozempic?
Yes, Adam Lambert finally came out and he's lost 40 pounds. And he talked about how he was on Ozempic and then it gave him side effects, so he went into Wegovy. But he is looking fantastic and he is showcasing his body and is dressing up amazingly. But it's so crazy because you ask people like Kelly Clarkson and Christina Aguilera, Oprah, and they're like, even Kathy Bates just recently said, no, I did this all naturally. And I'm like, why? Even if you used help, why?
Well, there was a huge, I don't remember if we talked about this before, but there was a time where people who actually needed the product for diabetes issues, I think is what it was.
Yep.
There was a
low shortage.
Yeah, because so many people were using it for only to lose weight, but not for health reasons. So I think that was initially why people were lying about it. And what?
That's a timeout.
Oh, why are we timing out?
What I want to know is why, if you need to lose weight though, for your health, how is that not part of?
Because I think people were using it as not a health thing. They were using it to just get skinny because skinny is back in style again. Which in my opinion isn't true.
What is skinny? Society's normal version of skinny.
Yeah.
When bodies come in all shapes and sizes.
Right.
How crazy. Okay, go on.
But I don't see any issue. I don't think we should be shaming celebrities or anybody, even if you're not a celebrity, that uses Ozempic for weight loss in the sense of they're being honest about it. It's like when all the celebrities were getting plastic surgery and then they were lying about it.
Why?
It's just be honest about it. I think that that, I don't know, it creates trust. If from a PR standpoint, it creates trust with your audience. And also I think people should be, I don't know, more open to the idea of celebrities, being more honest with those things instead of shaming them. But that's why a lot of them have PR teams to avoid them.
But it's also it's good advertisement, and it's good if you follow these people watching their talk shows, and then you end up feeling better. Oh, she took this. Oh, okay. There was Kelly Clarkson was popping up on my social media for taking a gummy that apple cider vinegar gummy. That's how she lost weight.
Oh,
and I was it was a cut and paste situation of the video itself, which is I want to let you know how I lost weight, and then it cuts to like something else showing. Like it was so sketchy.
Okay, I don't like that.
Exactly. And
straight
so
up
I was
lying.
like, please don't buy these gummies, you guys. Like that's not gonna work. And
yeah.
I mean,
the thing is that everybody just wants a magic button or a magic like fix my problem, especially when it comes with weight loss or like skincare. I feel like everybody just wants that magic now solution. How do I look better now? How do I lose weight now? And in my opinion, I feel like you don't cherish it as much and you don't appreciate it if you're using those quick methods. In my opinion, this is just my thought process. But two, I also think like transparency is so like unique these days that a lot of celebrities and people aren't talking about how they are doing things. And I think that should be celebrated. That if they're being honest, they're taking the time to like let you know that like I got plastic surgery, I got this done.
I'm recovering just well. Can't you tell?
Yeah, like I feel like that's more. I don't know. I think
what about
we need
that?
More
Should
of
be
that.
on our wish list. What do you want for? I want a new nose. Let's do that.
Yeah, do you?
I kind of do.
Why?
Because I pick this one daily.
Oh
no, no. I don't know. I think I want a different nose. Nothing like weird, just different.
Okay.
But I also want jawline, like something super like.
But you already have a jawline.
I don't want. I want bigger. I want to look like.
You want a bigger jawline.
Clubfish.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I think you look great.
Thank you.
I think you're being hard on yourself. Okay.
We
all look at ourselves and want better things.
I want what everyone else has. I have FOMO.
Really?
Yeah. You tell me you're getting a lip filler, and I'm like, I want to try it.
Oh. Okay.
You tell me you're getting Botox. I'm like, me too.
Like I want to be in on it. I'm very skeptical when it comes to that sort of things because there's a lot of research that's coming out now that's saying it migrates, stays forever, but then you go talk to your med spa professional and they're saying differently. And it's like, okay. So I feel like we're in a wave of denial right now where everybody, again, just wants that quick, I want it fixed now. And I feel like, one, we should be practicing self-love as much as we can. But two, unless it's like really bothering you, I don't know that like going and getting quick fixes is the answer. Because I know a lot of people that go and get like nose jobs and filler, and then all of a sudden it goes wrong, and it's worse than when they started, or they lose sight in an eye, and it's like you have to.
So I train a plastic surgeon here in Los Angeles, and luckily he's never had that situation, but he does say like, hey, it's in our paperwork, like. We don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, we don't know what the outcome is gonna be because of your body healing. Like we know what we want it to be and what we're going for, but your body healing is completely different. Whether the skin will attach, whether it'll pull, whether it'll like what it's gonna be. And
there's no way to predict. Everybody's body's different.
He's amazing. If you want we'll put his link on. Just kidding.
Oh, will we?
Yeah, he's awesome. He's amazing. He did this.
Wait, no, he did not.
Okay.
Are you okay? It's fine.
He fixed this.
He didn't. What did he do?
What did he do?
What did he do? No, share with the class.
No, I want to share with the class. So a little bit of Botox, a little bit of filler, and I will say that they say like if you sweat a lot, you work out a lot, it goes away. Yes, they promised me 6 months, 4 to 6 months of the Botox lasting. Okay. I think it was moving again within a month and a half.
Really?
Yes. And I do work out every single day, and I'm constantly making faces. Like, I metabolize it all.
Yeah.
And the filler too. I got the filler in the cheeks. I think it's gone, but I also didn't see it after they put it in.
Do you do before and after pictures for yourself?
No? But I loved them. The before and afters were awesome. But right now I feel
they look different.
A little different.
Oh, okay.
I feel deflated again, like a deflated balloon. I need to go pump it up.
I don't feel like you look deflated, and I see you like twice a week. So
pump up the jam, pump it up. I keep going into songs.
It's okay, we're fine. We're surviving.
You know what? It'd be cool if we like put every show we had like these were the songs listed in today's showcast.
There you go. Podcast. Yeah, listen to the song.
Listen to our playlist.
Point. Oh my gosh.
How fun.
Basically, I guess our button for this whole episode is
Wicked.
Go see Wicked in theaters. We're in it. Just kidding.
Oh no,
we're so not in it. But yeah, I think self-love is really important, and do what you can now. I feel like, especially if you are dealing a lot with like either happy that you won with the politics game, or sad that you didn't win with the politics game. Or
uncertain, you know, it's
uncertainty.
It could even be a lot of people, when I was talking about that, they were just like, well, if they voted for him and they're happy, why would they feel uncomfortable? But there's a backlash to that too. Yeah. Like we talked about Nicole, like feeling good about what you voted for, letting your voice being heard. And then it's like, well, wait, now my family is against me. Now the people my best friends are not talking to me. Like there's a little bit of that too. And it's just, again, I say the shifting and the world settling, the dust settle. Like take your moment, take whatever you need.
The dust is settling very slowly, very slowly. And that's not a dig on anything. I personally am seeing a lot of the dust is still in the air. It is not, it's not even anywhere near the ground.
Yeah.
And what I was gonna kind of like allude to is that, like, you know, do whatever you need to do for yourself, and take some time for you, regardless of where you're at. Even if you're doing great and everything's phenomenal and there's rainbows, I think taking some time to take care of yourself is important. Like call up your therapist, call your mom if your mom's great to talk to, call a friend, talk to each other, because that's, in the end, that's what we have is each other.
Exactly.
So be kind to each other.
We can't control what happens really elsewhere, but you can control what happens in your life, and you can control your happiness and your friendships. So at least make your circle strong and be happy. Live each day to the fullest, because you don't get a second chance.
Right.
Bum, bum, bum.
Or don't be happy. Take today to be sad.
That's okay. Be sad today. There's always tomorrow.
There is always another day.
I just said you only get one chance, and now I'm like contradicting myself.
It's okay.
What if you don't get tomorrow? Bum, bum, bum.
Well, you'll never know.
You know what's weird? I keep trying to end this in a good mode. And I keep trying to end it in a positive, and then I keep spinning it back. I'm so sorry. Is there anything in the chats that'll make this good again?
Yeah, I'm reading right now. Yasmin says all they want for Christmas is to be cancer-free.
Hey.
Your next surgery is until January. Yes. You can do it, Yasmin.
Yes, a little prayer, a little positive energy. Shot out that way.
Yes, positive vibes.
Get that.
It's going to be okay.
No, undetectable vibes.
Undetectable vibes. Undetectable vibes.
So you could say F you to cancer. Yes.
Yeah. And on that note, be sure to go watch the episode that came out this week. We have Phoenix was our guest, and we talked a lot about time management, which she is terrible at, and she knows it. So it was a really great, lighthearted interview with Phoenix. So be sure to go watch it if you haven't already. I know she's she's going to be promoting it tomorrow, so we'll probably see a big push tomorrow. But it'd be great if you went and watched it today and left a lovely comment. Go check out the Cosmo Network. I saw he is in the chat, so be sure to watch a couple episodes on his show. Is your Instagram back up?
Nope, we're still waiting.
Sugar.
I'm going to send out my TikTok at JPB Fitness.
Go check out JPB on TikTok.
I need to do a new TikTok. I'm still sluggish of certain vibes.
Yeah,
I'm a little behind.
I don't blame you, but it's okay.
You know, and yes, Matthew, self-love is hard. You know what? And the only advice I could give to you is just to find something that you know for sure is going to make you happy, whether it be a movie, something. Don't try to look into the future of like what it is, or hey, I want to be happy this entire week. Like, what's going to make you happy now? Maybe it's pizza. Maybe it's an alcoholic beverage.
Maybe it's crying into the void.
Yeah, maybe it is. You know, whatever makes you feel great. So do it. Do it.
All right.
Look at that hair flip.
We gotta go because we've got some other stuff to work on. We're actually working on a project together, so we gotta go work on that for a little bit. Did you just break it?
It was off the whole time.
The lights?
Yeah. It's okay.
Next time. But we hope you all stay Delulu. Remember that it is the Delulu, and don't forget we do this every Tuesday at 2. I think we should scoot it back to like 2:15 because you're always late.
See how she calls me out. I was here.
I'm making you accountable. You were at my front door, and I was just like, tra-la-la.
Yeah.
I think we might push back to 2:15 just to,
To what?
To 2:15.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna make a heart.
That's yeah.
So 2:15. Yeah, we would love to see you every week. We talk about hot topics. If you have any topics you'd like us to talk about, bring them to the chat.
Bring them to the chat.
We sometimes read chat. We really did try today. I barely read any of it, but yeah, that's our goal, is to like really have this be an interactive space, a safe space for everybody. Please don't bully anybody, even if their opinions are not what you agree with.
You'll be popular, Dare. How cute.
Aww. I'm gonna be popular. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.
Stay Delulu.
Stay.
Check out JP on TikTok. I almost said Instagram.
TikTok.
Bye. Oh, we gotta take a thumbnail photo.
Thumbnail.
Bye. We're not gonna do it on here. We're gonna do it on my phone.
Okay. Oh.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
There we go.